Good morning. My name is Emmanuel Medina Cordero, and I'll be talking about the basic concepts of phonetics. Let's start with language. Language is a system of arbitrary conventional spoken, mammal, sign, or written symbols by means of which human beings, as members of a social group and participants in its culture, express themselves. The functions of language include communication, the expression of identity, play, imaginative expression, and emotional release. Linguistics, the scientist study of language. The word was first used in the middle of the 19th century to emphasize the difference between a newer approach to the study of language that was then developing and the more traditional approach of phonology. What is phonetics? It's a branch of linguistics that compromises the study of sounds of human speech. It involves the physical properties of speech sounds, their psychological production, their physiological production, acoustic properties, auditory perception, and neurophysiologic status. Phone equals sound, X equal related to or pertaining to. Phonetics studies everything related to the production and perception of human speech sounds. Branches. Phonetics is divided into three branches. The articulatory phonetics, the acoustic phonetics, and the auditory phonetics. The study of how speech sounds are produced by the human vocal apparatus, the study of the sound waves made by humans' vocal organs for communication, and the study of how speech sounds are perceived by the ear, auditory nerve, and the brain. What is phonology? Phonology is the study of how sounds are organized and used in natural languages. The phonological system of a language includes an inventory of sounds and their features, and rules which specify how sounds interact with each other. Phonology is just one of several aspects of language. It is related to other aspects such as phonetics, morphology, syntax, and pragmatics. The illustration below shows the place of phonology in an interacting hierarchy of levels in linguistics. Phono equals sound and logic equals study of. Let's see. Yes. Here you can see the phonetics, then phonology, then morphology, then syntax, then semantics, and then pragmatics. Phonology studies everything related to the standards that rule possible combination of phoneme in a given language. What is the difference between phonology and phonetics? Phonetics and phonology are two fields dedicated to the study of human speech sounds and sound structures. The difference between phonetics and phonology is that phonetics deal with the physical production of these sounds, while phonology is the study of sound patterns and their meaning both within and across languages. Comparison, phonology and phonetics. Here, we can see the comparison. Phonetics is the basis for phonological analysis. Phonology is the basis for further work in morphology, syntax, discourse, and orthographic design. Phonetics analyzes the production of all human speech sounds regardless of language, and phonology analyzes the sound patterns of a particular language by determining which phonetic sound are significant in explaining how these sounds are interpreted by the native speaker. What is a phoneme? The definition of a phoneme is the smallest contractive unit in the sound system of a language. Phonologists have different views of phoneme. Following are two major views considered here. In the American structuralist tradition, a phoneme is defined according to its allophones and environments. In the generative tradition, a phoneme is defined as a set of distinctive features. What is an allophone? Definition. An allophone is a phonetic variant of a phoneme in a particular language. For example, in English, P and P are phonemes of the phoneme T and T are the allophones of the phoneme T. City, the phoneme represented by the grapheme T here, is an allophone. Neither, either, neither. In DR, puerca, puerca, puerca. Those are allophones. What is an allophone? From the Greek prefix allo, which means other and more form, therefore the term allophone refers to other forms of a word. For example, strong, strength, long, length, true, truth, love, love it, lovely, loveless, life, lively, lifeless. Here is the chart that compares phones and phonemes. A phone is one of many possible sounds in the language of the world. A phoneme is a contrastive unit in the sound system of a particular language. A phoneme is the smallest identifiable unit found in a stream of speech. A phoneme is a minimal unit that serves to distinguish between meaning of words. A phone is pronounced in a defined way, and a phoneme is pronounced in one or more ways, depending on the number of allophones. A phone is represented between brackets by convention. A phoneme is presented between slashes by convention. A phone is, for example, B, J, O. A phoneme is B, G, O. Minimal pair. A minimal pair. Here are samples of phonemes R and L occurring in a minimal pair. Rib, lip. Hot dog. Car, scar. Truck, trunk. No, now. The phonemes R and L contrast in identical environments and are considered to be separate phonemes. The phoneme R and L serve to distinguish the word rape from the word lip. Homophones. Words sharing the same phoneme patterns and pronunciation. Night, night. Bye, bye. See, see. Sell, sell. To. Life, life. Main, main. Homograph. Pair of words that spell the same but do not share the same pronunciation. Live, live. Record, record. Lead versus lead. Object versus object. Homonyms. Words pronounced and spelled the same, meaning depends on the context. Right versus right. Fine versus fine. Blue versus blue. Please and please. Can and can. Bat and bat. Fly and fly. Watch and watch. What is a grapheme? A grapheme comes from Greek graphema, a letter in linguistics. It is one of the set of orthographic symbols, letter or combination of letters in a given language that serves to distinguish one word from another and usually correspond to or represent phonemes. Example, the F in phone, the PH in phantom, and the GH in laugh. I, sit, synchronym, busy. Notice that how this F here is found, but PH is also phantom, like F, and the GH is like F2, laugh. Those are graphemes. The in I, you can see the I, sit, but the Y here sounds like E, synchrony, and the U here sounds like E2, busy. U, book, soup, 12, suit, and sweet. Sources, Britannica 2023. Click on the picture. Thank you for listening to me.